What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to Brute Strength Day 159. It's such a big relief for me to finally be able to say that my squat strengths are back to pre-injury levels, to before the quad strain and before the hamstring strain. Like, now it's 100% back. I made PRs before, but this PR is a PR that tells me I'm all the way back. 6 pause reps with 165 kg, proper pauses, 3 seconds on the last rep to make up for maybe a bit too short pauses on the 5 reps before that, but then 3 seconds on this final rep. And I could have done one more rep, that is for sure, with a little bit of rest in the top, absolutely. So I'm super proud about that. It shows that I can probably do 5 with 175 again. And this time, like these 4 or 5 months, have really showed to me like the importance of taking things slow, just trusting the process, because I've totally relayed my approach to not just do what I like to do, like the high volume stuff and things like that, but enjoying the process itself, enjoying when I can feel like a weight is just moving easier than I have done before. So even if it's not a PR, it's just moving easier than before, and I'm using that as a metric of progress, which is something I was better at before, but I've become better at now, that I've had to build up, and things could not be PRs, like because I was not strong enough to do any PRs. So I had to just look at things day after day, week after week, month after month, and see like, all right, this weight is moving better than it did the week before or the 4 weeks before. So that is a good sign that I'm progressing. That's something it has taught me, and it's also taught me that you can actually train a lot easier than you think and progress, as long as you're getting in enough stimulus, and you're not. Then it's better to be on the side where you are getting stimulus without fatiguing, instead of trying to get as much stimulus as possible, but then you're also getting a lot of fatigue and you risk getting injured. It's a lot safer in the long run getting less stimulus and also less fatigue, and then you can always increase the stimulus a bit, every now and then lower it again to then recover. So that is the approach that I'm using, and I'm seeing a lot of people that use this approach and have success where they don't always go extremely hard. The best example, as I have told before, is Austin Perkins, maybe the best powerlifter in the world right now, or like pretty much like guys insane at 74 kilos, squatting 320 kilos for reps in training, um, benching over 200, deadlifting 340. So like I was lifting 93 kilos at 74 kilos. But a lot of his trainings is like RP3, RP4, things like that. It's rarely RP8 and above. So that is one of the things I've implemented, because I think a lot of people want you to believe that you need to train hard constantly, because we have such a culture that if you don't do a lot of work, if you don't train hard, you're not going to get results. And there's always going to be someone who works harder. And it ends up just like breaking down the body over time when you always have this mindset, um, which is something that I can now tell from experience. That when you come into training and you are always feeling fatigued, it's not gonna be fun. Yeah, it's a lot more fun when you go into training feeling good, and then you can actually be able to push it when you want to, or should I say, when you need to, because that is how it is. Um, what more was I gonna say? I think I forgot. I was gonna say something more about this. Um, Let me just see if I can remember it. Um, I think I got it now. So yeah, a lot of people think that you always have to like train extremely hard, but even training at like every 5, that is still pretty hard like compared to what things you do. And like when you're training not as hard, you can get in more frequency and volume, which is for motor learning is pretty significant. And even for hypertrophy, like it's not the only thing that matters for getting stronger. It's not that you're training close to failure. The total sheer amount of work that you're doing and spending time in a certain position is important because strength, like training and like every 9, 10 stuff like that, like top sets where you're going really heavy, is where you show off your strength. But the lighter sets, the back off sets, and the easy work is where you have the main bulk of your volume and you are building up the ability to express, like to be able, you're building up the strength, but the top sets are only where you are expressing that strength that you have built built up from the backdown set and getting the exposure to heavy weight, but it's not where you actually get stronger. It's just practicing being able to lift heavy weights. So that is all for brute strength day 159. The back off sets, I should mention, were 142.5 kilos for 4 sets of 6, and then a lot of hair up curls, obviously. But yeah, that is all, and I'll see you all for brute strength day 160. I'm out.